Hail to the king, baby.
Hello, motherfucker.
Yes, I'm drinking my coffee through a straw. Hello, good morning. How are you? I hope you're well. Day 3. I'm still recovering from the Mac apocalypse of yesterday. What a ride. We can only hope. Oh, look, we're day 3. We're 2 days in, and I've certainly been thrown a curveball. I don't know if you have. Probably in different ways. Luckily today, I don't have to face the onslaught of Cinematograph alone. I do have a couple of co-hosts joining me today, so I'm happy to say we won't be in this rodeo alone. First and foremost, probably the person who suffers the most from subscribing, and somebody I haven't seen since before he was a dad. So let's welcome him on first, Mr. Bullet Blake.
What's up? What's up?
Hey, buddy. So first of all, how's the baby?
Oh, he's great. He's great. He's like so far super easy baby. So he's not fussy. He doesn't really cry unless he's hungry. Goes to sleep. Honestly, like super easy. so far.
I love it. Well, I hope it continues. And welcome to fatherhood.
It's great.
It's a hell of a ride. Honestly, there's nothing better than that. So I hope you guys enjoy that very much.
Oh yeah.
Before I ask your opinion on the slate, I know we've talked off air, but let me bring in our second co-host, our triple host. I don't know. I guess sort of a menage a trois tonight or today, I guess. This is an old friend of the channel. I haven't seen him in a long time. But I'm glad he was free today. Everybody, welcome Mondo! What is up, man?
What's happening, brother? What's happening? I was off today. I figured, fuck it, let me just join you guys. So glad to be here, man. Thanks for having me. And Bullet Blake, man, congratulations on the new addition to the family.
Hell yeah.
Guys, if you don't mind, I'm going to put this bird outside because he's going to scream the whole show. He just got excited. So I'm going to put him outside. Give me 1 minute.
Do what you got to do, man. I have a bird too, so I get it. Steelbook Obsessed is still on that Mac and me high. Absolutely. Actually, before I forget, let me show you this. Hold on. I'm going to see if I can just show my screen real quick. First off, well, you know what? Let me get rid of my thing on my virtual background so you can see it better because it's not going to show it off. It's bright. Okay, so this is a drawing my daughter did of Mac. This is her Mac drawing. And then my wife's drawing blew me away. I'm like, holy shit. That's the coolest thing I've ever seen. And this is, by the way, 2 years old. So just to show you how much of a fan of the franchise we are. My wife drew that. Look at that shit. That's pretty dang good, huh? Yeah. I'm pretty impressed by that. They did that for me because I love me some Mac. Okay, let me see. Let me bring everybody in. How do I do that? Oh, here we go. That way. That'll work. All right, I'm going to check in with the chat in a moment, but since, gentlemen, you, have just joined, I know, Mondo, we've talked, I think yesterday you were on the chat. Let's look at this real quick. We get 10 minutes to go before the reveals, of whatever, the Cinematograph and the daily deals, which have been shit-ass. But, Blake, I'll go with you. This, July lineup, to me, looks like garbage. How do you feel about it?
Yeah, I mean, I love Mac and me. So
beyond Mac and me, Mac doesn't count because it's it's a different it's not part of the subscription.
Okay, yeah, Jan Gary, fuck that, so many ways. The card player, you know what? Okay. I did not see Carrie 2 coming. I did not see it coming at all. I haven't watched that movie since like maybe high school, maybe even like 7th and 8th grade. I haven't watched that movie. So I do know that I rewatched your streams or whatever, and you told people that, oh yeah, watch the first 10 minutes. Don't just watch the first 10 minutes because the first 10 minutes are the best part of the movie. Like,
oh,
so I'm not a fan. Like, I don't hate the movie. It's just, I don't even remember it, except I do remember the beginning of it.
I remember none of it.
Otherwise, it's not good.
No. So if let's say you weren't a subscriber, would you be paying top dollar for any of these?
If I wasn't a subscriber, I would probably pick up the card player. I would probably buy that. Jan Gary, I mean, like, honestly, I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna open it, and who knows when I'm actually gonna fucking watch it. It's gonna be so far down the list that I'm just not. I mean, the extra slip I actually dig. The extra 3 slip, like, but I have the original slip, and I don't know. It's just like, do I want to pay $7 for the slip? I do like this slip cover a lot.
Okay, all right. Fair enough. And I know you're excited for Mac and Me because you gave me a whole bunch of Mac artwork.
Dude, I love Mac and Me. Okay, I had it on VHS as a kid. It's me and Professor got into a heated argument about it. He said we should watch it on the voyage, so I was like, nah. I mean, like, yeah, it's bad, but I like have a nostalgic love for that movie.
That's the thing. I mean, I think there's not. You can't objectively say it's a good movie, but you know, if you saw it in theaters, then there's a I don't know, there's a magic thing to that movie, you know, or you watched it on VHS over and over. You know, there's something about that movie that's very special. Yes, objectively not a good movie, kind of stupid, obviously an E.T. ripoff. But it's so genuinely goofy that like I love this movie. You know, you kind of just have to accept it.
Yeah, if I had to pick one to watch right now, I would watch this over E.T. pretty much every time. So it's just the movie, like.
I absolutely agree. Daniel Bell says, I heard the cinematograph is a documentary about Justin's cat. Oh fuck. We'll discuss the cat shirt in a moment, because how can we not? But let me get Mondo's opinion. Mondo, the 3 films in the slate for July, I think are pretty much, except for Young Gary, which I may pick up eventually, but kind of a dud. What do you think about these 3 movies? Mac and Me notwithstanding.
Yeah, so I've never been a subscriber, and this is certainly not selling me. I mean, clearly they've never sold me. I mean, I've been a customer for 5 years, I want to say at least. As far as this, Mac and Me, I think that's not going to make it to any kind of sale, so I'm probably going to just end up purchasing that. I know it's got 10,000 units, but I feel like that's probably going to sell out before it ever goes on sale. Carrie 2, I absolutely hate that fucking movie, but I really like that cover though. Whoever did the graphic design, cool. I really like the cover. Yeah. The Card Player, man, I'm a big Argento fan. I do not like that film. I own it on DVD in like a multi steelbook pack, and I honestly don't plan on ever watching it again. So I'm probably gonna skip on that. I used to be a completionist when it came to directors, man, but like nowadays with movies being $40-$50, I just can't. If I don't plan on ever opening it, I know I'm never gonna open that if I buy it. So coughing up like $40 at this point, you know, back when it was like $22, you know, years ago, like I was cool with that. I would blind buy left and right. Nowadays, man, I really have to be into the film to upgrade or to purchase. And Young Gary, I mean, I don't like kaiju films at all, so it's not even a thing for me. And I looked at some of those screen caps, man. That monster is atrocious. Like, absolutely, no thank you. No, thank you. That looks like trash. As far as the slip covers, I own the original extra. I do like that slip cover, just like Bullet Blake, but I don't know if I'm coughing up $7 just for another slip cover because I already own the old one. Night Beast.
This slip cover is better though. It's better than the original.
Yeah, it is better. It is better. I don't like the slip cover for Night Beast though. I see what they were going for. Like it's half the person portrays the face, and then half of it is the alien face. It's kind of like a surrealist art piece. Like it's cool looking, but for some reason it looks so messy as a slip cover.
Yeah,
it's just overcrowded. I don't know. It just looks like a blob of just fucking.
Plus, the original slip for Night Beast is fucking awesome.
Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, as far as this, man, I think so far I'm just gonna get Mac and Me. I did grab Touch yesterday, because I was on for like $20, I think, and the day prior to that, I bought Going South, I think for $23. And I know MC, you said that movie's trash, but I mean, it's got Danny DeVito, man. I'm a big DeVito fan. I just want to watch it for the sake of
the whole cast is great in that movie.
Yeah. I mean, that's I will say it's an incredible cast, but I felt the movie was underwhelming. The same with Touch, good cast, but I was like, oh, okay, there's not really that much to this thing.
I like Touch. I like Touch a lot.
Well, there you go. $20 if you got 4 minutes to buy it. There's a thumbs up from Bullet Blake on touching it. Okay, well, thank you, gentlemen, for joining me today as we find out if Cinematograph continues to shit the bed with bizarre releases. You know, they're not my cup of tea. Maybe they're somebody else's. So I'm not gonna necessarily say. But so far I've been either disappointed or confuzzled because Drop Zone certainly doesn't fit anything.
Drop Zone's the best release in the whole thing. I loved Drop Zone. I just rewatched it like 5 days ago, like a week ago, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree, but it doesn't fit the whole the aesthetic of the label.
And this thing's stupid. Like,
oh yeah, I mean, I don't know how everybody's favorite Cinematograph icon, which I'd never noticed until apparently right now, is Justin Liberty's cat. I don't know how she would feel about Drop Zone. But, yeah. Bullet Blake, did you pick up the shirt?
Fuck no. It's stupid. It's so dumb.
Look at this goober cat. This is the one who makes the decisions.
It's like, why does this shirt even exist? What cat movie have they released? None. I get that it's his cat or whatever, but it's stupid. They just make a shirt for anything, throw the title well, technically this says Cinecatograph, but it's they have too much merch as it is for a line that's not good.
To be honest with you, I like the design. Like I think the execution is there. I like the different variations of cats throughout like the different generations and how they illustrated them. I think the concept is what I hate, man. Like the fact that it's his cat and it just has nothing to do with I think it's very cringy as a concept. The actual illustration, I don't mind. It's just I hate the concept. I would never watch it.
It looks fine. It's just, why do they put out so many shirts that have nothing to do with anything? Like,
yeah, it's a prank. I think it's a prank on us. I guess they just want to keep making shirts for no reason, when they could easily sell a Macamee shirt. But we get this. We get a fat ass cat and some random other cats.
I would buy a Macamee shirt. I would buy a Macamee poster. I would buy a Macamee sticker, probably. Like,
that's all we need, man. I don't know.
The actual inner slip on Macamee is fucking baller. That inside slipcover is so good.
That should have been the main cover. I don't know why
Agreed.
they didn't work it. It's so dumb.
I do like the stupid like photo studio kind of drawing on that first cover.
Like a senior picture, yeah.
Yeah,
but it would pop so much more with the other variation. Like I feel like the cover would look so much better. Because this isn't bad art. Like this would have been a great slipcover. But as far as the actual slipcase, I would have preferred the neon colors and all. I don't know. It fits better.
They should have switched them. Actually, they should have switched it.
We got 40 seconds to go. I'll check it. Okay, so Griff says in 30 seconds. Griff says, I've heard the title will be We're No Angels from 1989 and A New Leaf. I don't know A New Leaf. We're No Angels is just okay. It's something I would never buy, but it better be alien themed. This is the Alien Invasion Summer, so it can't just be fucking Mac and Me, because that would be the strange thing. That's like, like I said, Casino Night, and it's just card player.
Yeah, like I don't understand the title for Alien. I mean, the Extro 3 slip in the Mac and Me. That's don't even come up with a name. Just call it your summer sale and call it good.
Exactly.
Otherwise, you have false expectations.
Let's see what we got. Let's see. Oh, it's
yeah, it is. We're No Angels.
Wow, that was a real fucking bummer. After the other thing,
I've never seen it though. I don't know anything about it.
Where's my? Do I have it? Oh, here it is.
Dude, this isn't even a deal. That Camille Keaton, that box set that's on the deals tab now. It's $31 now. It was $20 a couple months ago.
You know, I mentioned this before. I think yesterday. I think they realized that people were catching on to the fact that the daily deals, subscriber week, was the best sale of the site. So now these daily deals are gonna feel like just more like a repeat of Black Friday. We're never gonna get $13 titles anymore. I think it's just gonna, you know, it's just gonna live at the, for example, $18 range. I think at the cheapest, which is kind of okay, but you know, nowadays in this economy, that's still pretty steep for blind buying. Oh God, disappointing, disappointing. Blake, We're No Angels. Are you picking it up?
I'm gonna say probably not. Maybe, but I'm not a completionist on Cinematograph at all. I mean, Drop Zone sucked me in, but I mean, and I like De Niro and Penn, but like I don't know. Maybe.
All right, kind of a soft maybe there. What about you, Mondo? Are you grabbing We're No Angels?
If it goes on sale for like $20, similar to Touch, maybe I'll blind buy it, but I've never seen it. But the fact that it's got Robert De Niro, that kind of sells me on it. But yeah, definitely not like blind buying it at full price. I'll wait till one of these partner weeks or whatever. Not partner weeks, subscriber week.
Yeah.
It's just one of those movies where I don't know if I want to own it. Like
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen it either, but it's like,
You know, I've seen it years ago. It's one of those things that I think it's a period piece, if I'm not mistaken. But basically, it's oh yeah, it takes place during the Great Depression. Basically, they're like I think escaped criminals, and they pretend to be priests, like they hide out as priests, and it's kind of one of those drama comedy kind of things where it's kind of funny, but like not memorable funny. It's just kind of Demi Moore's in it, but
Demi Moore's in it.
yeah.
All right, I'm buying it.
I'm into this cast. Was that John Goodman in there too?
I don't think so. No, I don't think that was John Goodman.
Oh, never mind. That looked like him. Yeah, I thought it was.
It's got what's his nuts in it though. 2 slides back the other way, right there. Yep.
John C. Reilly.
Oh shit.
There's Riley.
Oh,
no, the fucking what's his name? Why can't I think of his fucking name? It's right at the tip of my tongue. Inconceivable, that fucking guy right there.
Oh yeah, Wallace Shawn.
There you go. Yeah. Fuck, I couldn't think of his name. Realistically, it's just got to have Demi Moore, and I'm gonna buy it. So.
Yeah. It's a Neil Jordan movie, screenplay by David Mamet. So it's you know, not your typical comedy. $35. I mean, it's definitely worth a watch, but it's not necessarily a I wouldn't say a memorable movie. Let me read the synopsis here real quick. Jim and Ned, two ambling convicts imprisoned in upstate New York during the Great Depression, are forced to escape prison when fellow inmate Bobby pulls a gun during his electric chair execution, turning them into unwitting accomplices. With a taste of freedom, Jim and Ned end up in a small town near the Canadian border, mistaken for priests in a local monastery. With the law hindering an easy passage into Canada, the two hunker down in their newfound home, befriending the people of the town and finding faith in the process. I mean, it's fine. It certainly fits the Cinematograph label. But is it exciting to me? No, not at all. But I'm glad that it looks like it sold you guys on it. Let me pull up a. I'm bummed, man, because someone said that this was potentially gonna be, what the hell's it called? Fire in the Sky, and I kind of wish that was the case.
It also fit with the aliens, so yeah.
Yeah. So We're No Angels is not exciting at all to me, compared to what it could have been. Well, it is what it is. I'm gonna put up a thing in a moment. Daily deals. Let me go to that real quick. Daily deals have been shit. at least the last 3 days. This continues the trend. I really hate that they're putting merchandise in this. They've never done that before, but it's just kind of a way to fill out the blanks instead of offering movies. What do you think about the trend of putting merch in the daily deals, Blake?
Garbage. Why? So just so you can seem like you're doing more than you are. That's all it is. It's just them trying to act like, oh, look at all this shit we're offering, but it's not even good. Like, what's the price of that shit right there? The $210 for what is that? A button or a pin or something?
Let's see. It's a golf ball pin is $210. Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't want a pin. I just want.
Yeah.
They should have more movies. Like, there's got to be more movies they're trying to clear out, and people like Mondo said, people aren't blind buying like they used to do because people don't have fucking $100 to drop on 2 movies.
Well, that's the thing. I think they really realize that people aren't buying as much during Black Friday, so it's basically Black Friday Part 2.
Yeah.
Okay, I put up a poll.
There's nothing in this daily deals that I would even maybe Red Sun Rising, but otherwise it's like this is a bunch of garbage.
Yeah, I bought Dangerous Games last time, but I've yet to watch it. That's the one with Madonna, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it yet though.
It's okay. It's one of those. It's the same kind of thing. Where like, yeah, it's okay for a one-time watch, but are you gonna return to it? No, probably not.
Yeah, that's what I bought it for last time, $20. Yeah.
There's a poll right now in the chat if you're watching live. Simple. We're no angels. And your options are sure, why not, or no, thanks. I'm curious where people land on that. So if you're watching live and you're in the chat, go ahead and do that. Also, drop a thumbs up. We're at 50 thumbs up at the moment, and 125 watching. So drop a thumbs up if you haven't already. Odds are you haven't. Take it to the show. It's an honor and a pleasure to do this and bring people on. So show us you're having a good time. Okay, Mondo, what do you think of this slate of deals? Anything jump out at you?
I mean, the only thing I can honestly recommend is Death Promise. That's the only one that I've seen out of this bunch. Well, no, I've seen some other ones, but they're all trash. Death Promise is really the only one. Like I said, I own Dangerous Games, but I haven't seen it yet. Would you guys recommend Amazon Jail, or is that just trash?
You'll never watch it more than once. You'll watch it once.
Is there any action in it, or is it just nipples? Because if it's just tits, like I'm not paying $17 for tits.
The weird thing about it is, it's a Brazilian movie, so it's really more about the booty. There's not that much nudity in it, which is kind of strange.
Neither one. Neither one.
Yeah. I only saw the first one though, so but I was underwhelmed, and also it's a lot it's not really about prison. It's more like a sex farm, so it's a little sleazier than you would want it to be, which made it kind of grosser. No, you don't need it in your life.
Don't buy it.
Yeah, you don't need it.
If you don't have Red Sun Rising though, that one I'd recommend.
I hate that slip color though, man. I hate that art.
Oh, I feel it. I mean, it's a VSA, so there's also that. Like,
it looks like AI made it. You know, it's got that smoothness to it. I just don't like it.
I like that it's still during the VSAs where they did the original cover art on the backside. I wish they still did that with VSAs. Now they don't. They do like original art on both sides, and it irritates the shit out of me. I always loved having the original like cover art on there.
Mm-hmm. Even if the original cover art is stupid, but
even if it is, it's more nostalgic. That's like what you would have seen in the store facing out on the Blockbuster shelf. So
right. It's funny you mentioned AI, Mondo, because I was trying to look for an artist's name, but there is no artist name on this.
Just based on the texture, it looks very AI.
Yeah, the image with the guy in the front looks terrible. But the movie's actually not bad. It's one of the better VSAs.
It's sort of the Vinegar Syndrome stable. Don't judge a movie by its cover, a la Surf 2. Yeah, it's if the cover's amazing, they're trying to sell you some shit. They're trying to trick you, real hard. Fuck, man, this is really bad. You guys know how I feel about Camille Keaton in Italy. This is not great. $32 is an insult. That should be, if anything, $20.
Yeah, it used to be $20. That was the cheapest it went, and I still didn't buy it.
Yeah. You're not missing out on anything. This is, oh man, there's over 2,000 left in stock, dude. Did they think they were gonna sell any at $32? Get the fuck out of here, man.
So again, this is essentially just tits in Europe, right?
Yeah, basically.
Traveling tits in Europe.
The movies aren't good.
No, the movies aren't good, and you know, tits in Europe, I think would have sold better. That's what they called it, but.
Yeah, it'd be down to 1,500 copies instead of 2,000.
Yeah, and you know, and she's great, but she is basically the only person nude in all of these movies, and she's nude about, I don't know, 80% of the time. But you know, after a while, like, okay, what else is out there? That's really the only reason to get it, and it's not. It's not even worth it for that.
If you want to see her naked, she's naked in 95% of her movies. So, and there's much better ones with her in it. She's in some fucking awesome movies. None of these are it.
For sure. Alex says, if they put out the Buster Keaton box set, I'd grab that. Well, I mean, that's the thing. Why would they put stuff out that would sell? That doesn't make any sense. They would. They need stuff they can have on their shelves forever and ever. Let me go back. I haven't looked at the chat real quick. Let me do that. Bumpy says, big crash from the Mag High from yesterday. Absolutely. Absolutely. Jeffrey says, the Camille box set is $10 more than I paid last year. These deals blow ass. Yep. Video Store says, who's the graphic designer for Cinematograph? Canva?
It looks AI, man. It looks AI.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. DJ's pissed. He says, unbelievably bad. You know what? I missed the super chat. I'm sorry, Code B, man. He says, thanks for the stream. So thank you for the $5 super chat. I appreciate you, man. That's very generous of you. I'm sorry I missed that, buddy. Midlife Media says, the Ripper is $16 on sale. It should be $1. Yeah, that was pretty hard to watch, overall. That was, you know, and if you're interested, it's on YouTube. That's how I watched it. I would say it's bad quality, but then again, it was shot on VHS, so you're basically gonna get the exact same thing you'd get on Blu-ray, except save $16. Crappity crap. Do not recommend. Brendan's saying the deals are getting mega frustrating. This is, you know, beyond the Mac and Me high, and I know not everybody was excited about Mac and Me. I think this subscriber week is kind of landing like a wet plop of diarrhea. Super G says, I'm skipping everything. Wow. Midlife says, worst day yet. Jason's saying, dookie deals? I mean, basically, yeah. Are You Faster says, any cat with a beret surely hates Drop Zone. I agree. I think it's clear that any beret wearing cat would not be watching Drop Zone. But you know, that's why would we you know, and I'm curious. There's a lot of people who hated Mac and Me. I wonder if they're happy about We're No Angels. I can't imagine everybody's like, fuck yeah, oh yeah, because there's not much to be excited about there, for that movie. God, oh, well, I guess they're back to it. They're back to it. DJ Depression, a TVYB'd Mac and Me. I ended up turning it off 30 minutes in. I found it to not be laughable as people made it out to be. Kind of boring. It's not for everybody.
Dude, he flies off a cliff in a wheelchair.
I feel like you need to like grow up with it. You know, you need to have
Yeah.
that nostalgia
Yeah.
for it. If you're watching it for the first time in 2025, it's not going to be effective. It's just
No. 100% agree. 100% agree on that.
Censor is okay. I bought that when it first came out. It's an okay movie. It's not great though. Like the ending is pretty lame.
Yeah. That's good point. It's a good looking movie, but it doesn't really amount to much in the end, which is unfortunate. And this is only the standard for $14, so I don't know. I don't know how many people are just here to buy movies. Most people are here for the collectible shit, you know, the cardboard. Like Death Promise, it doesn't have a slip, but you're getting sort of at a discount. You know, $13. That's what the sale prices used to be back in the day. Now, you know, I think we saw $25 yesterday as a sale price. Devi Danger? I don't even remember this. When the hell did this come out? I have no idea what
It's
this
a
is.
partner label.
Robert McGinley. Alright. Some kind of punk rock musical thing. I don't know. It's certainly not like it used to be, which is unfortunate. Oh, this is a VSA? Dial D? What the hell is Dial D for Demons? Blake? What do you know about this? Have you seen this? Oh, Blake left. Where'd he go? Alright, we'll bring him back. Mondo, have you bought Dial D for Demons?
No, I'm not familiar with that at all, actually.
Paul just says, you guys don't like Dial D? I just ordered it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is. 2,087 minutes. Let's see. What is... I'm getting it. What appointment? I don't have an appointment. Sorry, I got a thing. Alright, needing a break from their busy lives, a group of young professionals living in Hong Kong decide to take a few days off and spend some time relaxing on a quiet and secluded island. After arriving at their rental property, one of the friends who has the ability to see ghosts... There's Blake. Oh, you're muted or something.
Yeah, my computer had technical difficulties for a second.
Okay. Well, happy to have you here. Anyway, after arriving at the rental property, one of the friends begins having terrifying visions of people who have taken their own lives by inhaling burning charcoal. Okay. To make matters worse, the group of friends starts to receive cryptic messages on their pagers. As you do, soon the horror of the property begins to reveal itself, and the group has no choice but to try to survive the night before falling victim to the evil that awaits. Have you seen Dial D, Bullet Blake?
Yes. Are we asking if it's good?
Yes.
I mean, it's... I'd say it's more towards the bottom of the VSA line. It's not really my thing. I remember half-ass paying attention to it about midway through, so... It's not what I'm looking for with a VSA. I'm looking for very specific movies with VSAs, and this one doesn't really hit that mark.
They're doing too much Asian cinema for me, man.
Agreed. Yes.
It's overwhelming. You know, I liked it when it was one or two here and there. It made it feel special.
Yeah.
Getting like 2 a month, it's I don't know, dude. I stopped buying them, so.
Yeah.
I buy them all because the VSA line's like the go. That's really what hooked me, and they did. As soon as they did the Jalal Mary movies, it was like, what the fuck?
That's when I stopped, dude. I think what was that one triple feature? Tiger Hands or Tiger Paw?
Tiger Claws. How could I forget?
Claw, yeah. I think that was the last one I bought. Or no, I bought the Bigfoot one too. What was that one? Something Creek?
Boggy Creek 2.
Boggy Creek, yeah. But that was the last one I bought, I think.
Fucking Tiger Claws. That was a real jumping off point for me. What a shit. God damn. Oof. Brendan's giving Dial D a thumbs up. He says it's stupid but fun. Midlife also seemed to enjoy it. So there you go. If you're needing to buy something, there you go. A VSA Asian horror movie. Now, I think most of us would probably be on the same boat that I feel at this point they should just have an Asian line. Because they certainly have enough content to be able to fill that, and I don't think it's going away anytime soon. Unfortunately, VSA is taken, so VSHK or something like that. I don't know. Blake, what do you think? Do you think if it's sort of taken out of the VSAs and just sort of put in its own little box, it might be more, you'd be more into that?
I think if they did that, it would save me a lot of money because I wouldn't buy most of them, but I know a lot more people would buy them if they had like more of a spotlight on it, I guess. Asian movies don't typically like get me excited, so I do think that they should separate it. But if we had to create a line, I wish they would just do like a spaghetti western line. I wish they would do that, because there's plenty of those that they could make. And I mean, Wild East has been gone for 3 years now, maybe even 4 years now, and Wild East used to do it all the time. So I don't know how there's been no labels that have picked up on that yet.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it just doesn't sell. I really don't get it. Arrow's been putting some out, but it's been a while since we've gotten a box set for that. So I don't know. I have no idea what the idea is, or why that genre has been undervalued, I guess. Ragnar saying spaghetti western doesn't sell horror. Don't sell horror is the #1 seller. You need to go with that.
There's enough labels that do horror. There's enough horror labels, like
everybody does that. Ragnar saying Vinegar Syndrome is literally killing the value of their own company. I don't disagree. I think especially, I mean, I would be so, and we'll talk about the subscription the second half of the year in a moment, because I'm curious on their thoughts. Mondo, what about you? Would you like a VSHK line, or would you prefer that to just having it take up space in the VSA or the mainline titles?
No, I would absolutely love if they just made a sub label for that. That way I can just completely ignore it as a whole. I'm more so okay with when they put out like category 3 films. Like I'll give those a shot over the martial arts, action, Yakuza films. Like those aren't, I get it. That's got a whole following. It's just I'm not one of those people. I bought the what was that Arrow set that came out years ago? Something of Honor. Remember that they put out that box set?
Oh yeah.
I even watched those. I couldn't even get into those, and I was like, "Isn't this one of the best ones?" Like, if I'm not getting into the Arrow set, chances are I'm probably not going to like these ones. So I'm not coughing up $35-$40 to blind buy Hong Kong films, dude. At this point, so.
No, and the odd thing, just as as a Westerner watching these kind of movies, something I've noticed, and obviously it's a cultural thing, but there's just this weird approach to how they handle women, and it's almost like a childish way where, like, if there's like a pretty woman, the guy's like, oh, they're like freaking out, like they're like 12-year-olds who just seen a boob. And I don't get, and it throws off the vibe. So, a movie should have a tone, and it should have a consistent tone, and it should set a pace and a feel. And if a movie's an action movie, then it should be an action movie, and it should, and I'm not saying it shouldn't have other elements, but let's say it has a like a romantic subplot, for example. There shouldn't be a moment where, like, our hero's freaking out because a girl's sitting next to him or touched his leg. Oh, like that just throws off the entire feel of the movie for me. And they consistently do that. It's one of the reasons I didn't like The Iceman Cometh, because it's for me it's marketed as an action movie, but half of the movie was a romantic comedy, like a goofy romantic comedy. Um,
That's one of the good ones, man.
Well, see, I'm glad you enjoyed it, but for me, I'm like, I don't like that tonal shift. This just never works for me. I'm not saying there's not good Hong Kong movies out there that don't do that. Obviously, anything Johnny To makes is fantastic. Not everything John Woo, but obviously Hard Boiled and things like that are fantastic movies. But the stuff we're getting, I don't know. Although I did just FOMO by Iron Age, really based off of Bullet Blake's Letterboxd reviews, and they sound like, all right. If anything, I can always flip it if it sells out. Blake, I know they're sold out, but you like those, right?
Yeah, actually, I did Letterboxd because I haven't had time to film the review, so I've started doing that with some of my VS like releases and shit. I like 2 of them quite a bit, actually. I think I gave them like 3-star ratings, but I enjoyed the first one a lot. Like, and I think the third one was the shit. Is it the third one or the second one I like the least? One of the sequels didn't really fit with the other 2 for me, but it was still like a relatively good movie. And like you said, it's sold out quick. People already have it listed on the Facebook group and shit like that. And it's selling at like $85 on there. So people like it. The biggest problem I have with the VSA line is it's supposed to be, as like in the States at least, it's supposed to be like nostalgic for what you saw in the video stores. We didn't see 80% of these Asian movies on the shelves in the video stores here. Like, I didn't see them growing up. I didn't have any like pull to see these movies on the shelf, because if they were in the rental places, there was like 1 or 2 copies. It wasn't like you were getting a ton of these, and that's the biggest problem for me. Like, you had like LA Wars, and I'm trying to think of some of the earlier releases, like
Action USA.
USA, like good movies that you would have seen at your Family Video or Ion Video or Hollywood Video or whatever the fucking rental place is where you'd see those. That's what I wanted. That's what I liked about the back cover being the original one you saw in the rental place too. Like, they're missing the mark completely on the label at this point. Completely.
But you'll still subscribe.
I absolutely will.
Oh man.
Crazy, man.
That's how they get you. That's how they get you.
Subscribing for like 4 years now, I think. Like,
dude, that's the main issue I have with the VSA line too. Is like, or just Vinegar Syndrome in general. Is there's no consistency anymore as far as the type of films they put out, and I have the same issue with 88 Films. I'm very like particular with the way I organize my films. I like to keep them by label. So, for example, like 88 Films, I bought like Cannibal Holocaust on 4K from them, and Ricky Yo, and like all these like Van Damme movies and so on and so forth. And then they also put out fucking American Pie on 4K, which I bought. So now I have American Pie sitting next to Cannibal Holocaust, which just annoys me because I'm like, they have nothing to do with it. It just doesn't even awkward. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. It just those little things drive me nuts. Like American Pie next to Ricky O and Cannibal Holocaust.
Yeah,
annoys me. I don't know.
That is very damn strange. It's like fucking Vivid Video releasing some Ronald McDonald cartoons or some shit. I get licensing and you want to put out as much things as possible, but if you've developed a brand, you can't go away from it. Like, Nike can't start making hamburgers now. It just doesn't work that way. And I think people know you for a thing. Like I can't start making videos about like bonsai trees. That way, I'm not sure people would watch those. Unless I'm setting them on fire or something. I don't know, but
oh shit, that would be hilarious. Now you have to make a bonsai video, bro.
Well, you know what? I finally crossed 2,000 subscribers on the new channel, so maybe we'll do a special bonsai tree celebration video.
The bonsai burning.
It's like 6 hours of me pruning. Okay, here we go. Ooh, there we go. Beautiful.
Eventually, it's just sticks. Like,
yeah, exactly. Like, fuck, man, I fucked it up. Shit. Okay, we're gonna start again, guys. I'll see you tomorrow for the next video. Let me answer a couple questions here. And now this asks, do you think VS will put out Earth Girls Are Easy? anything's possible, but that feels like a Kino title. But then again, so did Mac and Me. I don't know.
Earth Girls
Anything's
Are
possible.
Easy just got released by, wasn't it Kino that just released it?
No, Vestron put it
Oh.
out. Vestron.
Oh.
Vestron, yeah, Vestron just released it. Yeah,
Oh, but on
not
Blu-ray,
just,
right?
but like within the last 3 years. Yeah.
Oh,
Has
then Vinegar Syndrome it's Upgrade Town. They should change their name to Upgrade Syndrome because we're gonna get the 4K of that like tomorrow. It's happening. So yes, VS will be releasing that. If it has the Blu-ray, VS is gonna get it. Unfortunately, it's bad when Vin Cinephile says #dogshit deals.
Dude, I don't see Earth Girls going to Vinegar Syndrome though, because anything, Lionsgate is doing that limited thing on their website, so they'll probably upgrade it to 4K, put it on a steelbook, and sell it for $45. Because for some reason, their steelbooks, you remember they used to be $20. Those beautiful Lionsgate steelbooks they used to put out, they're like $45 now on their website.
They're
a year
insane.
later. It literally doubled in price in less than a year. Like, how is that possible? Vestron titles, they used to be like $12. Now they're fucking.
Best Buy doesn't sell their exclusives anymore, so now they jack their prices up.
Yeah, but Vestron titles being $25 for a Vestron title is crazy.
It's insane. Yeah, I'm with you on that. I think they just realized there's people like Blake who would just buy it. That's honestly what's happening. Keith says, by far the worst subscriber week. Absolutely. It's never going to be as good as the first time. Montgalera asks, this is a good question. Is Cinematograph a money laundering operation or something? Who is dying to pay $35 for Kino Lorber fare in media books? I don't know where the thinking is. I mean, obviously they know the packaging is something, and they think, oh, we can dress it up with like a nice little, a nice little book and some, we do the numbered slip, which is not really even a numbered slip.
It's bullshit. It's on the J card. I can't stress that enough. It's so dumb to make it printed numbers when it's on the J card, when 50% of people just throw the J cards away.
Well, I do. It means very little to me, but apparently that's the only way they could get numbers on it. I don't know. I wouldn't be. I just don't know. I'm still boggled by that whole line, and their choices for it. DJ saying, honestly, I don't care about any of the new releases. VS charges way too much for new releases. Apparently, the sales suck now too. The sales have been sucking for a while, and now subscriber week is not even that interesting. Blockbuster late fees. Did you hear about Night of the Living Dead? Yes, the remake 4K. Blake, what do you think? Thumbs up?
For the Night of the Living Dead?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah. It's the only way you'll ever see that version. Like, that version's never been released before. It's fucking gonna be awesome. It's got like the black and white mixed in with the color shit. It's gonna be fucking cool as hell. It's pretty much the best remake ever made. It's not my favorite, but it is the best remake. It's basically script for script the same way. They only changed the ending. I love the fucking Night of the Living Dead. I will buy that right now.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely excited for it. Mondo, are you grabbing the 4K of Night remake?
Absolutely, man. I don't even have it on Blu-ray, so I've been waiting to upgrade that from DVD. But to be honest with you, man, I'm more okay with Vinegar Syndrome charging $45 for a VSU than a regular steelbook being $40.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like that,
yeah.
Like, there's so much more that you get with a VSU than a fucking what is it? That Alien Romulus? It's still $45 4 or 5 months later on Amazon. It's just a regular steelbook for $45. Even the Night of the Living Dead one, that's up for sale for $45. So with VSUs, man, I'm more okay with those being $45 than just regular steelbooks, because I feel like you're seeing it across the board, man. Everybody's raising their prices, but at least with these, I feel like you get much more as far as the packaging than just a regular steelbook.
Mm-hmm.
Look at A24; they're charging $35, $40 for their 4K media books, and I'm not talking about the big ones like Midsummer, just the regular ones that they're releasing. They're very flimsy. It's just like it's almost like Criterion, but not really. I think it's less quality, but yeah, man, I hate the prices, dude. That's my main issue, is the fucking prices.
I mean, you can
Prices,
get the Arrow
yeah.
Deluxe editions still for like $35, and those are the deluxe ones. Those are
Yeah,
fucking nice.
exactly. Yeah.
Absolutely, and there's sales. I mean, Arrow, Criterion right now. I think Arrow might be next month at Barnes and Nobles. So, yeah, pricing has always been an issue. It's going to get even more of an issue as time goes forward. Corinne, she asked, "Did I get a reply about the Macamee family photo poster?" I did not. They either didn't see it or ignored me. I choose to think they ignored me. Um, but maybe I'll talk to Bullet Blake and maybe he can hook me up with his printer and I can get that made. There, look at that, beautiful. Look at that shit. So I'll eventually get my hands on something like that, even if I have to make it myself. And I don't think Vinegar Syndrome will come after me because I haven't heard Blake, you haven't heard anything about like, hey, you can't make posters of our art or anything like that, right?
I mean, no, because I'm not selling it. If I was trying to sell it, I'm sure it'd be problematic. But no, this is just for me. Technically, my friend made this for me just because he needed to use up the pink ink in his printer, and there was a shitload of pink on this.
That makes sense. I mean, unless you wanted to get the cover for what's that? That's called Dead Men Don't Dance. What the fuck was that stupid ass? Oh no! Oh god!
Guys
movie?
Don't Dance.
Tough Guys Don't Dance. Yeah.
I mean, I would rock that too. I actually do have him making a poster for me. It's a fictional movie. It's a Terminator James Bond mashup poster that I made. So
that's awesome. Well, I'll have to see that. When you have that ready, I'd love to see that.
Yeah, I'll probably hang it up. So it'll probably be right behind me whenever he
nice.
gets around to making it. So, because he makes them for me for free. So.
I love that. That's cool. Well, I'll reach out. Obviously, I don't mind paying, but I don't know of any good poster printers, so we'll see if we can get that done. All right, daily deals are crap. We've talked about We're No Angels. Let's go over to Card Player, and then we'll look at the midway subscription. Let me close the poll actually before I forget, because I know I'm gonna forget to go back here real quick. Let me reload this so we have all the votes listed. I'm not a fan normally of the late in the game Argento movies. I think probably after Opera, I'm done. Personally, Mondo, how do you feel about Argento in general? I know we talked about you wanting to collect all the directors at one point. And you have this on DVD. Are you kind of bummed that we're gonna get more of this late in the game Argento stuff coming down?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Again, I really like the cover. It kind of looks like an old like Giallo poster. I really like the cover. The slip cover is nice. Unfortunately, I've seen the movie once and didn't like it. So, later in the game when Argento, I'm with you, man. After Opera, I feel like it's all pretty much misses. He's put out some okay stuff. I would say this is okay, but it's not something that's rewatchable necessarily. I don't think it has much replay value at all, in my opinion. But yeah, I'll probably skip this unless this ends up on like a subscriber week for, I don't know, $13 with the slip or something like that. Then yeah, but that's probably not going to happen. We're probably going to see it for $22 on a subscriber week, and I'll just pass on it. So yeah, not a big fan of this one.
I would say so it's $45 right now. During Black Friday, it would be about $32.50, something like that. And then maybe a subscriber week, you might get it for like $29, $28. It's still too much for that movie. Prices are gonna, kill it. They're gonna have so much leftover shit going forward. It's gonna be ridiculous. Blake, are you a late in the game Argento fan, or are you just are you done after a certain point?
I mean, this isn't a good movie from him. This is, like I said, if I wasn't a subscriber, I'd still probably order this. I think the packaging looks fucking great. I think it does look really cool. It's obviously a later movie of his, but I would pick this one up. I don't really remember it that well. I've probably seen all of his movies, but yeah, I think I would buy this. I think I would buy it. I think it's still good enough, but obviously it's not early shit. It's not Deep Red or Suspiria or any of that, but
yeah, for me, and I've only seen it, I'm pretty sure just the one time because I was underwhelmed. I remember it's fairly forgettable, and I was just shocked by the lack of style. It just felt very, very bland, and I think that's the biggest difference from his early stuff. It just felt like, well, I mean, anybody could have done that. Like it didn't feel like there was the stamp of a real kind of creative artist. That there was just nothing to it, really. Let's talk about the plot real quick. A later giallo offering from the master of the form, Dario Argento, the card player takes all the familiar trappings of the genre and plants them firmly in an early 2000s milieu. Yay. Complete with a fittingly plushy, contemporary electronic score by Claudio Simonetti. Co-scripted by regular Argento collaborator Franco Ferrini, and featuring a gruesome corpse special effects from Sergio Stivoletti. Vinegar Syndrome is delighted to present the card player in its World UHD debut, with a ton of special features, for better or worse, but none of them... Okay, I was going to say, none of them feature Argento except for an archival interview. And you get a commentary track by friends of the channel, Troy and Nathaniel. And a brand new interview with Claudio Simonetti. Archival interview with the screenwriter. Most of it is archival stuff, which may have appeared on other releases of the film. Not it's right up there with trauma for me in terms of interest, and quality. Maybe this is maybe slightly better. But I'm not excited for any of the other announcements. Like, I think Sleepless is apparently coming as well. That was just kind of okay for the cast only. But man, I don't want any of this. And eventually we're gonna get a fucking VSU of Dracula 3D, which is absolutely his worst movie by fucking far. Not excited. Card player was certainly not a strong card to play. I'll put it that way. Before we look at the subscription, the results of the poll are: out of 76 votes, We're No Angels is at 71% for no thanks, and Sure Why Not gets 28% of the vote. So there's not even a strong dividing line there. I think most people are just not interested in We're No Angels, and maybe at a cheaper price, I think people might gravitate toward it, but certainly not at what the hell are they asking for it? 35 bucks, yeah. Oh, you know what? Wait, is that the cheapest? Because it's not a 4K? I wonder. Blake, how would you feel? And Mondo, you can chime in as well. If the cinematograph that did not get a 4K, let's say next year, get re-releases as 4Ks. I feel that would be fucking kicking the nuts. How would you feel about that, Blake?
I don't like re-releases most of the time. I know that isn't there only like 2 titles from Cinematograph that don't have 4Ks?
Oh, I don't know.
I know that Red Rock West didn't have a 4K. But now I can't remember because, like I said, the label pretty much the only reason I'm even like interested at all is because they released Drop Zone, and that was like, okay, I'm gonna get that. But
there's a lot that are just Blu-rays. God, those fucking shirts are in the way, so I have to go through everything. Yeah, there's a lot that are not in 4K.
All right, so
Touch
I'm
was
just
not
thinking
4K.
of Touch and Red Rock West were the only 2 I bought that weren't in 4K, I think. So, but again, I skipped more than I've bought now, I think.
Yeah, man, God, fucking nuts. I wonder if they'll do that. The one thing that they haven't done yet, well, they haven't done for a while. Well, the last time was, God, it was a 4K upgrade of Madman. Luckily, they haven't continued that, but I think I don't think subscribers would be happy about 4K upgrades. Mondo, what do you think if they start upgrading their old releases into 4K and making subscribers pay for it? How do you think that's going to go down?
I mean, personally, I think it's a huge slap to the face because, like, nowadays, man, if something isn't coming out on 4K, I just assume there is some kind of issue with the source material. Because, I mean, what's the point of releasing something if you're capable of doing 4K in less than a year? You know, um, I mean, like Tammy and the T-Rex, they upgraded, but then again, they released it 4 or 5 years prior to that, so I was okay with that. But if they're releasing something in 2025 and upgrading it to 4K in next year, like, yeah, that's a slap in the face, man. I mean,
If
again,
it's the out-of-print titles, I would be okay with it.
yeah, and again, a lot of these, I don't even think it's gonna matter if it's on 4K. Like, do you really need Were No Angels on 4K? Like, I mean, I don't know. I'm not too familiar with these movies, though. I do want to check out Child's Play. Is that any good? Have either of you seen that?
I've not, but I mean, it doesn't look very interesting. So I don't know. It might be a good movie, but
Yeah, I want to see
a lot
that.
of these.
And Joy of Sex. I don't know what that is, but just the fact that it's got sex in there, I was like, oh, what is that?
It's a drama.
Is it? Oh,
It's a 70s romantic comedy.
oh no, thank you. Never mind. Never mind.
See, a lot of these movies are very much talky indie, not indie because there's big names in them, but talky dramas that are like, oh, funny but not funny. Like We're No Angels is sort of a comedy but not really. So you have to sort of be on that wavelength to really get into those.
Yeah, I want them because I mean a lot of these films I feel like are like art house films, but they're very boring art house films. You know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
I would much rather they do some Larry Clark films or fucking Todd Solondz or Harmony Korine, guys like that. You know what I mean?
Nobody wants Go Fish.
Yeah, like a lot of these movies, I just feel like are boring as fuck, man.
Well, the thing is, Criterion was smart enough to like grab those guys, like the real. I'm not gonna say the real artists. I don't want to say that, but in terms of like the movies that I think have a higher appeal, I think Criterion is a better bet because Criterion, for the most part, never goes out of print. I mean, sometimes there's limited things, but with Vinegar Syndrome, you're sort of facing that there is a limit. Even for Six String Samurai, which has sold the opposite of hotcakes.
That was literally their second VSU. They still have it.
It's in the daily deal, or it was in the daily deals at a higher price. They're never going to get rid of that, but it is. Oh no, it's going out of print. So it's going out of print, but it's going to be a while before we actually get rid of all those.
When they did their 10-year anniversary, it was $10.
Jesus, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
and they didn't sell out then. Like,
dude, I bought it full price too, thinking that it was going to be a good movie because I just seen Beastmaster and I was like, oh shit, man, this must be something that I missed out on in the night. And then I watched, I'm like, what the fuck is this? I paid $40 for this piece of shit.
See, I like the movie, but yeah, I get most people don't.
Yeah, dude, that caught me off guard, man. But yo, back to this new line, the cinematograph or whatever the fuck it's called. That line, I feel like it could have been somewhat like Criterion. I thought that's what they were shooting for. You know what I mean?
I was hoping.
Yeah, so I mean, guys like Larry Clark would make sense in that line if they could get some of his movies, which they released some of his films. I think the partner lines did. So.
And it started out strong. Like, it had Little Darlings and Red Rock West, like when they first came out, and everyone was like, oh, yeah, great. And then all of a sudden it was like a quick off the cliff to no one gives a shitville. And it was like, what are they doing?
I mean, there's titles they could have made cinematograph, like Looking for Mr. Goodbar could have been a cinematograph.
Yeah, why wasn't Drop Zone just a regular release and that was a cinematograph?
Yeah. Yes, I was hoping it would be Criterion level, like, maybe even world cinema. You know, something that here's like fucking hey put out. I mean, I know every hard boiled is a holy grail, but you know something along the lines of wide audience appeal, but still a good kind of classic movie. But instead, they went for this weird, lost '70s movies that, if it was on like Turner Classic Movies, you'd be like, nah, I'm good. You know, Robert De Niro's in it. I'm okay. You watch the trailer, you're like, well, it's alright. I don't think I need to see that. Whereas, gosh, I just really don't understand it. But whatever, not my company, and I don't need to buy it if I don't.
I mean,
like
they did
it.
the same thing with VSLs. VSLs started out really strong too, and then it's like I think I bought 3 of them. I think I might own 3 of the VSLs because it's just like, what is this garbage?
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know why some of those Hodorowski movies like El Topo and Holy Mountain, they still don't have 4Ks. And like Holy Mountain, I don't understand how that movie does not have a 4K. I know Arrow owned the rights in the UK for the Blu-ray box set, but if they could get one of those titles and put it out, like give me something like that, man. Give me something unique. These are boring ass movies.
Absolutely. And throwing it to Severin real quick, the 4K of Santa Sangre is incredible.
Hell yeah.
Incredible, man. It's still one of my all-time favorite movies. So damn good.
Same.
So yeah, stuff like that. I agree, Mondo. I mean, that's the kind of stuff that would be like, ooh, yeah, shit, yeah, I'd get a 4K of that.
Yeah, because those are made for 4K. Like Holy Mountain and El Topo, that backdrop desert with the fucking blue sky. Like that's what's gonna pop on a 4K. Not fucking We're No Angels, like a dark gray ass looking movie. Like it's who cares?
For sure. I really don't get how they decide what gets put out. Which is a great segue to the subscription, which we'll take a look at in a moment. By the way, if you're watching, 121 of you right now, thank you for being here. Drop a thumbs up. We're currently at 82 thumbs up, so get us to over 100 while we're live. That would make it known that you're happy and having a good time, and that's important to us. And it helps the video, helps the channel. And thank you. If you're not subscribed, do that now. I just crossed 2,000 subscribers. Yay! Finally, it only took me 4 years. But I'm happy to have grown this community, and I'm honored to be here with you guys. Corinne says, I have a good feeling about tomorrow's VSL. There's a rumor floating around that Monday's cinematograph is A New Leaf. She says it's a great film. I don't know it. Maybe if I see the poster of this, or plot-wise, I'd be familiar with it, but I'm not familiar with that movie. A New Leaf, is that something you know, Bullet Blake?
Nope.
Okay. And Mondo, I'm guessing you don't know what that is either, but maybe you do.
No, I'm not familiar with that movie.
There was a question for Blake, and I had to go back a little bit. Actually, let me grab this one real quick. Steelbook says, what would you think about VS releasing Prehysteria from Full Moon? I've been wanting a great release of the title forever. VS will never get it, because Full Moon is their own distribution company. So if you want it, talk to Full Moon. They'll put it out. They love to reuse their content. So they will absolutely release it if you just let them know that you want it. I mean, they're re-releasing their movies in fucking black and white. Like, that's a big deal.
Prehysteria, like the kids movie?
Yeah, not talking, but the little baby dinosaur movie. Yeah.
Well, there's like 4 or 5 of those now.
I think so.
Doesn't Umbrella or Imprint, didn't they put out some Full Moon box sets, I think, recently?
Oh, they did. Arrow had one.
Yeah, I think it was Umbrella. They put out a box set.
And Umbrella put one out as well. Yeah. Oh no, the Arrow one was Empire, but Umbrella did have a Full Moon box set. Gosh, there was one for Blake, and it was about. I hadn't heard this. I remember what it was. Oh, I didn't know this. Jasicles66 says, "Hi MC, I don't know if you know this. or not, but the kid actor in Macamee is paraplegic. I got that part. He quit acting shortly after the film and became a photographer. He should be around 49 years old by now. Well, I get it. Acting is hard. The business is very, very difficult. But I'm glad he's still alive. I'm glad he's still alive.
He must not want anything to do with his acting history, because it seems like VS could have reached out to a guy living in Arizona and got a review or some kind of interview from him.
Yeah. It's kind of a shame, but I'm sure they tried. I'm sure they tried. Well, I can't find it. But anyway, the question was, Blake, if you're excited, apparently there was a leak of some kind of motorcycle box set coming to VSA. I don't know if you heard about that.
There's a leak about a motorcycle box set? I have not heard about that, but now I want to.
I'm trying to find... hold on. God, I'm trying to find it here.
Dude, while you find that, you know what I really want to get an upgrade, like a better release? It doesn't have to be 4K. I just want a better release for that. It's an Alien movie. It's a new one, so I don't expect it. Well, newer one, so I don't expect it to be VS. But I would love to see a better release from the Fourth Kind, maybe like Second Sight or something. Like that movie needs a better release, man.
I loved The Fourth Kind.
Yeah, same, dude. That's such an underrated movie.
Yeah.
I need to revisit. It's one of those that it didn't really hit me at the time, but I love anything alien abduction, so I think I need to just rewatch that one.
Very creepy.
Yeah, and it's got a big cast too. Like what's her face is in it? Isn't it Multipass? What's her name? Isn't she in it?
Mila?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mila Jovovich, yeah.
Okay. Well, who knows? I don't think VS will do it, but we'll see. Here it is. Okay. Movie Palace. Blake, how hopeful are you for the VSA box set Motorcycle Clue? I missed it. Would you buy Snake Eater or the Thunder Trilogy?
Yes. Yep. Yep.
There you go. There's your answer.
In fact, they should just do that right now. They can just ship it to me already. I'll pay for it later.
I mean, Snake Eater seems like, like the VSA line was fucking designed for that.
Yeah,
for those movies.
For sure. For sure. That's what I expect from the VSA line.
Yeah. It's insane to me that it doesn't, that's not out yet. Maybe it's hard to find. I don't know. No, guys, we need to put out Carrie 2. People need Carrie 2. That's the priority. Get Carrie 2 out the door right now to save the world. Vincent, this is trying to entice people to subscribe. Someone needs to let them know it's shit surrounded by more shit. Wow. Vincent, you might want to have to change your name. That's like the Batman quote. You either died the hero or live long enough to become the villain. I think, welcome to the dark side, friend. Midlife says, I think it's kind of crap that subs don't get discounts on the merch. I mean, they're asking $30 for t-shirts now, and that's crazy. Yeah, I think merch should also count. Blake, would you like merch to count for your discount?
I mean, I don't buy a whole lot of merch, but that would be nice, and I'd probably purchase more t-shirts if they were cheaper. I usually only buy one piece of merch every year, and it's the Halloween t-shirt. I buy that every year almost.
Well, too bad. You'll have to pay full price for that cat shirt. Sorry. That's all you get. Movie Palace, Amazon jail sucks. It makes no sense. The violence sucks. Just a bunch of sweaty tits for 90 minutes. The women are hot, but it's a shit film. Sweaty tits? Hold on a second. I must make a purchase real quick. And add to cart. All right. Let's take a look at the second half of the year because I'm shocked that this is the second half of the year, and I'm curious what Blake thinks as a subscriber, because this shit's coming to him no matter what. I did want to shout this out. I missed this on the initial read, but Melusine will be journeying into the world of Japanese pink films, which are, not hardcore. These are softcore movies. Not that everything on Melusine is hardcore, but I'm kind of intrigued. But at the same time, I'm not sure how many people would be picking these up. Blake, does that interest you at all?
No, Melusine. I don't buy any of that type of shit. It's just not for me. And I definitely don't want any Japanese softcore in my shelf space. I think the whole Melusine thing is just like I don't even go to the site ever. I never check anything they release. When they used to put it on this site, I was like, I'd look at it, and sometimes I'd buy, like Debbie Does Dallas 2, and Let My Puppets Come, just because it's fucking stupid. But otherwise, I don't check that site for anything. I have zero interest in that.
Absolutely. Mondo, what about you? I don't, if I remember, you're not necessarily a big purchaser of the adult films, but pink films, is that something you want to pick up?
Absolutely not. I think I own maybe 5 of their pornos, maybe if that. Let My Puppets Come. I wouldn't even consider that a porno. Like, I don't think that's really like a Melusine title. But that was one of the first ones that I bought from Vinegar Syndrome, which I actually like that movie. That movie's funny. It's like stupid.
Oh yeah, it's funny. It's entertaining.
But since they've created their own website, I haven't even logged onto that website, not a single time. I forgot it existed. Yeah. So I'm assuming they're losing a lot of business by separating the two, because a lot of people just probably aren't even going to the website, But I got like 3 or 4 of them, man. I think Peaches and the first Taboo.
Oh yeah, I have the Taboo box set.
Yeah, and then I think I got like 1 or 2 other ones. Pink Ladies, I think maybe was one. But yeah, I got maybe a handful. But again, I've never even watched them, because like I don't need to watch 70s porn. I don't even know why I bought them. Like, it was at the time they were like cheap, so it made more sense to just randomly blind buy things with a slipcover. But nowadays, dude, I'm not paying no fucking $30 for a UHD of a porno from the 70s. I don't need to see pubic hair in 4K, dude. Like,
if they started doing 90s, I'd be all about it.
Right.
I'm just gonna
you know how it is back in the 70s. They would zoom in on the dude's asshole while he's pumping. Like, that in 4K. Like, it's not appealing to me, If anything, release that in worse quality in VHS, man. It might sell better. I don't need to see that in 4K.
That's funny.
It's true.
That's absolutely true. I mean, I think that's the difference in eras. I think in 70s, it was more about the men, and there was a lot more like focus on like BJs and things like that. But come 80s and 90s, it's definitely more women focused, and it's more about close-ups on them than it was about like Mondo eloquently put it, close-ups of buttholes. I certainly don't jibe with what their style is, but pink films, I'd have to see what it is, honestly. And obviously, I'm not paying $50 for them. Actually, a small review. Actually, and I saw Aaron Pin is here. Aaron, what's up, buddy? He says, I was so disappointed with today's announcement. Absolutely lame. I agree. Before I forget, we will talk about this slate, but let me do a quick review, because talking about the pink films kind of reminded me, I watched the squirting movie. This thing, I don't even know how to really quantify it. I will say I gave it 2 stars. This is unabashedly a movie about female ejaculation. To the point, the first time we meet the character, she's standing in a puddle of her juice in the grocery store. And the main character's like, notices it. And I guess she lost an earring in the puddle, and he reaches in and grabs it out of the puddle and like follows her home or whatever. But it's absolutely about a woman who she sort of terms it as a cursed with the water inside her, and the man has to help her get it out. And the movie will unabashedly show like it's a samurai movie and it's blood going everywhere. But the weird thing is, there's no nudity. By the way, this is the part where she has a puddle. There's no nudity in the whole movie, which to me, I was like, wait, what? I'm sorry. They're like, it's dry humping, quote unquote. They're wearing clothes, and it's just like she has like a fire hose, and it's squirting all over the place. Very strange movie. Because it's not necessarily a sexy movie. It's not a lascivious kind of pervy movie. It's a melancholic, romantic dramedy. There's not much comedy. There's some funny moments in it, but it's such a bizarre tone of a movie because it's obviously about squirting, but it's more a metaphor for female repression and finding true love. It's almost like, I don't even want to say this, but it's almost like a Snow White thing where, you know, her true love comes to save her from the curse. So bizarre, but not as fun or interesting or honestly erotic as I was hoping it would be. So 2 thumbs, I wouldn't say 2 thumbs down, but 2 stars for Warm Water Under the Red Bridge. I'm so glad I didn't buy it, because I would have been disappointed and I never would have returned to it.
This is one of those titles where it's like, okay, I'm glad the price is so high, because the cover art for this is a seller for me. Like, I love the cover art on the slip for this, but there was no way I was going to buy it after reading what it was about. And now hearing you, I'm just glad that I didn't buy it.
But Mondo, did you have interest in the squirting movie?
Potentially. Before, you just described it as like getting the message of feminism through a fucking sport fest. Like, I don't know if that's really gonna resonate with me. I don't. Is this in 4K? Do we get to see her juices in 4K, or do I have to?
No, you have to wait for the re-release next year.
I'll wait till next year then. Yeah.
I mean, it's such a bizarre movie because they don't shy away from her going, oh, and it's like literally like a samurai movie, like it's everywhere.
Do they pixelate the squirt like the
no
porno movies?
No, because everybody's dressed. It literally feels like it's a PG movie where somebody's like fire hose comes everywhere. It's so weird. It's such a weird movie. God, again, and this is Japanese though, so that doesn't have that HK tonal shift. But God, so bizarre to me. 2 stars. Anyway, let's go look at the subscription, because I think the second half of the year sounds like diarrhea. Cha-cha-cha. And I'm curious Bullet Blake's feelings on it, because it's his no matter what. We know what July is. Let's focus on August. Sergeant Kabuki Man 4K. Not interested. And you know what's funny? I watch Jason Benet's videos, and he pronounced it Sergeant Kabukiman. I'm like, wait a minute, has he not seen Sergeant Kabuki Man? That's like a pretty famous movie. So I'll give him shit. But yeah, Sergeant Kabuki Man, fine. I don't need it in 4K. Larry Fessenden, it seems like a nice guy. I don't love his movies, but we're getting a double feature in 4K. Wait, we'll hear from him again very soon. We're getting a double feature of him on 4K. I'm guessing it's one disc with 2 movies on it. And then a late 80s horror movie, which could be anything. Bullet Blake, are you excited for August?
No. Sergeant Kabuki Man is not for me. And they announced that like when they did the subscription the first time, and it was like the big title. It felt like they thought that was like, oh guys, look at this. This is amazing. I don't care. I really don't care. The Larry movies, you know, some of them maybe. I'm trying to figure out which ones they would be, and I don't know what they could be, because I'm assuming they got to be the ones from the 90s.
I'll tell you which ones they are. Because it's a re-release. It's another fucking re-release from Scream Factory. Someone had let me in on the fact that at one point, and maybe we can search it up. What tab am I on? I want to make sure I'm on the right tab. Maybe we can search it up. Screen Factory at one point put out a Larry Fessenden box set on Blu-ray. It's out of print, but let's see. Well, let's look at the Orbit DVD. This is what we're getting a 4K upgrade of. Sorry, bitch. I don't care if you bought it on Blu-ray. You're getting it on 4K. It's gonna be No Telling, Habit, Wendigo, and The Last Winter. Absolutely. This is what we're getting, for better or worse. Blake, do you feel better about that now?
I mean, isn't Wendigo like 2000s?
It is. 2001.
Man. No Telling's like the good one, I think. I think I like No Telling.
I don't remember that.
I'm trying to remember these movies. I'm trying to remember them, and I'm having trouble.
Yeah.
Wendigo's the one with the little kid from fucking Malcolm in the Middle, right?
I don't remember. I don't remember that.
Yeah, like the kid who plays fucking is it Dewey?
Oh yeah. I don't remember who's in it, but
yeah, I'm not super. Now that you tell me that, oh man.
Yay, subscribers! Woo! Yeah, man.
Hopefully the box art's cool.
Well, there is that. There is that possibility. Aaron says it's the We Want Less subscriber sale. You're not wrong. That is a good way to put it. Midlife is saying, luckily, I have none of the Fessenden movies, but I do like Wendigo and Habit. Okay, well, that's good. If you don't have it, then this is not a bad upgrade for you. But if you do have the Blu-ray and you're like, whatever, I'll never watch these again, too bad, because if you're subscribed, you're stuck with getting these 4K upgrades, which is really pissing me off that they keep doing this. And let me count September, and then I'll go to Mondo. September, you get an Italian horror collection, which could be anything. Hey, guess what, guys? Remember Larry Fessenden? He's back! You get the other two movies on a 4K upgrade, literally back to back. I don't know why they split these up. I think they should have just released a 4K box set if they were gonna do that. It feels like, oh shit, we need to fill up space. Divide it in half. It's like if they put the Camille Keaton movies one every month just to like have more releases. I don't know. And then a beloved early 90s body horror movie, which could be anything. But if it's Body Melt, then that's a 4K upgrade of something they've already released, which I certainly wouldn't be happy about. I like that movie, but man, don't really shit you've already put out. Okay, Blake, September. More Larry Fessenden. Sucks to be you. How do you feel about September?
I mean, is the Italian horror collection just going to be another fucking Forgotten Jolly? Like, we
don't know.
I mean, the 80s body horror. Yeah, sure. Hell yeah. Give me that.
What if it's Body Melt 4K upgrade?
I'd be pretty pissed off about that because I love the Body Melt that they already released in the with the slit cover in it. But I love that movie. So actually, you know what? I wouldn't hate that. It'd be pointless for me to own it, and that's also one that I don't think would be like detrimental for it to be a 4K release. Plus, I think their Body Melt came out, that was like 5-6 years ago, so probably longer than that.
Yeah.
So I'd be that wouldn't bother me so much. I'd be the most excited about that over the other two, because I'm assuming that that's going to be the Forgotten Jolly box set for the year. And yeah, the Larry Fessenden, I'm not familiar enough. I know a few of his movies, but I feel like the ones that I'm familiar with are going to be in the box set from the week before or the month before. So I don't know.
These next 2 months feel pretty lame to me. The fact that the Larry Fessenden thing isn't just relegated to 1 month,
Yeah.
that they're splitting it up, I think it's pretty. That's pretty low, man.
Especially back to
I just
back.
hate
Like, I'm
that.
surprised they don't have like a couple months in between and then do it.
Yeah. I mean, it's like if they divided Cardona, into like 3 different months. I mean, goddamn, dude. I'm not saying he's a bad filmmaker, but don't give us the same thing twice. I feel like that's that. As a subscriber, I would be pissed that I would feel that's cheaping out on another release that would have been better or more enjoyable. I don't know. Mondo, what do you think? Are you looking forward to August and September here?
Based on the descriptions, no. Sergeant Kabuki, man, I've seen. I'm not a big trauma guy, man. It's very hit or miss with me. Like, I either really like their movies, which are essentially the major ones that everyone's seen.
Yeah.
So I'm not really looking forward to that one at all. Fessenden, I don't think I've seen any of his movies other than Wendigo, and I think I saw that in the early 2000s. And I don't remember much from it. What was that?
Have you seen Jugface?
Oh, I do have that actually.
I mean, that's way too new for VS, but that's
Yeah,
that's what I think of when I think of him.
I have the Arrow release of that one, I think. So yeah, I haven't seen too much of his stuff. But what gets me is crazy late 80s horror, because usually Vinegar Syndrome, they love to overhype their movies with the description. So the fact that they're just saying crazy 80s horror, they don't even believe in that movie themselves, man. So that's probably going to be the biggest dog shit of the month right there, because usually they'll tease it as like underground masterpiece that'll keep your dick hard for the next fucking 3 weeks, and then it comes out. Like, oh,
yeah,
what is
true.
this? Like, no one cares about this movie. So if they're just saying crazy movie, it's going to be terrible. It's going to be awful. Italian Horror Collection, probably going to be the Giallo sets. I own the first 3. I stopped buying them. And then, of course, the rest of the Fessenden movies I don't know about. But, early 90s body horror, that's the one that kind of intrigues me. And if it's honestly Body Melt, I don't own the previous release, so I'm okay with that. I actually kind of hope it is that, because I do like Body Melt. But and I'm waiting for a 4K of that, so.
Right. I'm curious why they didn't put bigger titles in their hook to get people to subscribe.
Yeah.
Because none of these are big. I mean, we haven't talked about the other 2 months, but first 2 months, no thank you. I personally can live without any of these. You're right, Mondo. The crazy 80s horror could be pretty much anything. I mean, yeah, they could say, oh, like you say, they'll keep it dick hard for three months, and it would be Mac and Me. Like their descriptions are so fucking weird that it doesn't mean anything at this point. The Fessenden shit, I like I said, I feel like that's kind of lame that they're splitting that up. Italian horror does nothing for me really. Beloved early 90s body horror could be anything. I mean that could fit anything. Altered States, which is a good movie, but I wouldn't pay for, $40-$50 for it.
I wouldn't mind that. I want Altered States. I wouldn't mind that. That hasn't had a release for a long, long time, so.
Yeah, so it's probably not going to be that, because that's too good of a movie. It'll be something completely random that nobody asked for. God, Sergeant Kabuki, man. No, yeah, so August and September, not certainly high for me. You know what? No, we're almost at the end. I don't want to do a poll right now because we'll do that tomorrow. What everybody thinks is going to be the best month of releases. Mont Galera says, no idea who Larry Fessenden is and why we need so much of his stuff on 4K out of nowhere. Because they got the rights and it's cheap. I think that's probably what it was. To put that into perspective, I'm pretty sure that's all it was. Okay, let's break them. Let's break these down individually. October, 4 releases. We get a UHD debut of The Man Who Could Cheat Death, which is okay, not an amazing movie. It's okay. A Dario Argento, Giallo 4K, which I mean could be any Dario Argento title, but it's gonna be something like Sleepless or well, God forbid, Giallo, which is awful. And then a Trauma Classic on 4K. Again, this is Halloween month, man. This should be like amazing. This should be like, oh, dude, look what they're putting out. Holy crap! Like, oh man, they got Midnight Hour. They got they got something that feels like a Halloween blowout. These feel like duds to me. Blake, how do you feel about October?
I mean, The Man Who Could Cheat Death. I get it. It's a Hammer movie and everything, but the 50s is not what I'm not looking for movies from the 50s from BS. I'm looking for 70s and 80s from BS. Like, I feel like that could be a VSL title or something, not part of the subscription. The horror classic, I hate when they use classic because it's never actually a classic. Dario Argento, that's hit or miss. And Trauma, it completely depends which Trauma movie it actually is. So, because I like half of their filmography and I hate the other half.
Yeah. It's rough.
Guys, I gotta step away for 1 second. I gotta make a phone call. I'll be back in 2 seconds.
You got it, man. Completely underwhelming for me as an October, and again, I don't know why they didn't put out if the UHD horror classic was something amazing, put that there, get people to subscribe. Like, why would they hold back on something really powerful? I honestly don't get that.
Yeah, I mean, last year they already had like less subscribers I feel like it was like half the subscribers they got the year before. And I honestly think that's why they took away the ability to look at how many were sold and stuff, because you could see that there was only like 1,500 subscribers as opposed to like the 3,000 they would get before. So I just think that this isn't selling people. This isn't gonna, like, I don't want the company to go out of business, like, but they're not doing themselves any favors.
Not at all. And I'm, if any of these secret titles are carry 2 level, then I think they're gonna have even less subscribers going into next year. All right, we'll wait for Mondo to come back to discuss his thoughts on October, but November, the last big month, should be pretty juicy, but it doesn't sound very exciting to me. 3-film horror collection. Could be anything.
Why wasn't that October though?
Yeah.
I'm hoping it's a homegrown horror collection because I'd be into that.
Yeah.
But I feel like they would. I feel like they would have used the word homegrown in there and just said that it's going to be homegrown, because you don't know what they're going to be. That'd be a better tease than just saying 3-film horror collection.
Exactly, and the fact that it doesn't say it means that it's not.
Yeah.
It could be. I mean, if it's something bullshit like the last 3 Howling movies, I that's a pass for me. I never want to see any of those movies. But it feels like that's the kind of quality of movie we would get, like just the bullshit Howling movies. Unfortunately. Next, a UHD debut of a crazy Euro horror movie, which again could be anything. Again, using the term crazy. And then 2 secret horror releases, which both UHD debuts.
Again, why is that not October?
Yeah, right. And then again, the operative word, UHD debuts, which means they're Scream Factory upgrades. Unfortunately, whether you want it or not, that's what we're getting. What does November feel like to you, Blake? It feels like shit to me.
November's the most promising out of the rest of the year. Like, I think that's the most. Of course, you're getting 4 releases instead of just. I feel like November's releases should be in October, and it would like be a better tease. And if that was the homegrown horror set, I'd be all about it because I fucking love those sets.
Mm-hmm.
But
I don't know, man.
UK re-release or UHD re-releases of fucking Scream Factory is not interesting me. I would rather have those just from Scream Factory and decide if I actually want them or not.
Griff is saying,
I just ordered 2 re-release 4Ks from Scream Factory. Actually, pre-ordered them. Sleepaway Camp 2 and 3. Which I own 2 copies of the Blu-rays for each one already. So I love the Sleepaway Camp movies, but re-releases most of the time are just because I'm not like a huge like I need 4K anything. It's just not for me. I mean, it's not anything bad. It's just I don't care to spend more money to see a movie that I don't care if it's in fucking 4K or not.
Right.
And honestly, I just had my old lady and I just watched Sleepaway Camp. I got her to watch it on Blu-ray because I told her I pre-ordered the sequels, which they're only releasing 2 and 3 on 4K, not the first one. But the first one, and I don't know if I just never noticed it, except I noticed it this last time, and I've watched the Blu-ray a couple times, but it's completely fucked because you can see so clearly when the killer is standing in the door. But mind you, the killer isn't either potential killer in the doorway, but you can tell who it's supposed to look like. But on VHS and beta, which I first saw on beta, you couldn't tell. You could barely make it out. But now it's so fucking clean that you can see exactly everything about the person standing in the doorway. And it's like, that is awful. And thankfully my old lady didn't catch it, but she was like looking at it. And I was like, don't say anything about it. Don't bring it up. Don't bring it up. Because you can totally tell who they're trying to make it look like.
Right.
Stupid. It makes me mad, actually. We still have the beta tape, but we don't have the working beta player anymore.
Well, that's another issue with 4K is that shit gets too crisp, or not even just 4K, just cleaned up more on Blu-ray, and you see shit you shouldn't see because the color timing wasn't.
Yeah. Even on Blu-ray, sometimes it's too clear on Blu-ray. Like Sleepaway Camp, that's just too clear. The police officer's fake ass mustache that looks like it's just 2 pieces of tape on his face for the second half of the movie. It's so clear, and it's like, wow, that looks terrible when it didn't look bad on beta back in the day.
It's pretty it's pretty horrible. I watched Halloween 3. It wasn't on 4K, but it was just a really cleaned up print in theaters. And you see, like in the opening scene, there's like a fireman, and he's got it looked like it's just like a Halloween hat that you get like Party City, but he has like a plastic piece over the fireman symbol because that's all they could afford or something.
Yeah.
And he's like nodding, and you see the fucking flap of the thing. I mean, it's like, we shouldn't have seen that, but now it's there forever.
Catch it on VHS, yeah, stuff like that. It irks me. And honestly, Sleepaway Camp, I think the fact that I watched it on beta as a kid really attached me to that movie because it's not like, for me, it's my favorite horror movie of all time. But it's like the experience of watching it back then in that old, like, fucking, you can hear the player playing. It's just, that makes all the difference to me.
Quality wise,
yeah,
for sure. And so I think 4K, there's downsides to that kind of stuff as well, unfortunately. Hey, 3 more likes to 100. 102 people still watching. Thank you for being here. If you haven't done it, slam a thumbs up on the channel. Get us to over 100. Thank you so much. Yeah, November, I don't know. I'm certainly not excited about it. Ragnar says, Howling 4567 need. I don't know that. Do you really need it? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I guess if you want it, great. It's certainly not gonna buy me any copies anytime soon. Aaron is saying, yeah, not sure I'd get super excited about the Howling release. I still don't understand their thinking behind anything. And I think at some point we're just sort of scratching our heads with confusion. But this whole slate, I've pretty much written it off. And yes, I was excited about Mac and Me, so I'm hopeful that they'll surprise me. We do still have 4 more days of shit to announce. But, we went back to stuff like We're No Angels. And that's not necessarily appealing to me. And the VSL, honestly, the VSL is going to even if it's an alien movie, it might be some really underwhelming title to the point of Terranauts, which to me was very, very disappointing. Did you buy Terranauts, Bullet Blake?
Fuck yeah, I did. I did a review for it actually.
And it sucked.
Oh my god. Oh, it was bad. That. Even when I filmed the review for that, like I filmed it, and obviously editing and shit takes a long time when you incorporate all this shit. I was so sick of editing it that I didn't even like unify the audio, so all the cut scenes with like the movie is super fucking loud, and then it goes back to me. I didn't even, because I was so over editing that movie because I just didn't like it.
Yeah. Disappointing. Mondo, you're back. Let me bring up the subscription here. We'll do October. Is that interesting to you at all, my friend?
Well, I've never seen The Man Who Could Cheat Death. Never seen that one. 70s horror classic, exclusive new restoration from now. Again, that could be fucking anything. Dario Argento Giallo. Again, that's probably going to be like one of his 2000s movies or something. I don't think it's going to be a classic, Giallo, because again, Arrow put out most of them. All the essential ones are already released on 4K. So, yeah, I don't know, man. October is usually the banger month, like for Halloween, but I'm hoping they put something out because based off this, man, it's not really appealing. And again, Trauma Classic, maybe that might be good, but again, they're only putting 2 words for the description, Trauma Classic, which leads me to believe probably a dog shit movie, because if it was actually a Trauma Classic, they would have included a paragraph about it, so yeah, I don't know, man. There's really nothing this year that's coming up other than that, maybe that body horror, if that's Body Melt, maybe that, but other than that, nothing else is really standing out to me.
Yeah, and November is showing us some random 3-film horror collection, the crazy Euro horror, and then 2 upgrades on UHD. Is that exciting to you? Maybe
the Euro horror. I like European sleazy movies, so maybe, depending on what kind of film it is. If it's just strictly a horror movie, probably not, but like movies like The Island of Death, like those type of European films I like. Yeah, so maybe perhaps that one, but 2 secret horror releases, again, who the fuck knows what that is. Yeah, maybe the Euro horror, possibly the Argento film, depending on what it is, and then the body horror on 4K. Those are probably the 3 reveals that I'll be looking forward to, but other than that, everything else just kind of seems mediocre at best.
For sure, and I think it's super telling that November is going to be UHD debuts, which means Scream Factory touch points, for better or worse. That's exactly what we're getting, and I'm just not happy about that shit. Professor Cinema, I still can't deal with Mac and Me. It's basically a movie-length commercial for McDonald's and Coca-Cola. Soulless consumerism. You know what? You're soulless, dude.
Yeah, you lose, okay? You lose.
Oh, man. I think Professor is just jealous that he's basically Winnie from Sidekicks. That's who you are, man. Sorry, bro. That's 100% who you are right now, man. Aaron says, We're No Angels is something you buy for $10 in a Kino sale. Yeah, $10, that's about right. But $35 for this, nah, man. Oof. That's a stinko. Alright, let's end it here for today. Gotta go edit my new film, so time is short, but I had a wonderful time with my guests, and I think, are you guys free for tomorrow as well?
Yeah, I'm home tomorrow. Yeah,
yep.
I'll be on.
Fantastic, and I think we're getting a VSL, excuse me, VSL, so hold on to your butts for that.
Oh boy.
Yeah, man, We're No Angels. Okay, well, we'll see that one last quite a while, for better or worse. Any final thoughts, Bullet Blake?
I mean, Mac and Me's fucking awesome, so Mac and Me's the final thought.
Do you think Mike and Me will sell out? Do you think that's going to be a fast seller, or is it going to be
I think it'll sell
hanging
quick
around?
initially, but then I think it'll have some like hanging on. I think nostalgia is really going to kick people to buy that shit. So, because it definitely did for me.
Same. Mondo, what about you? Any final thoughts?
Mac and Me is definitely a must own for me. Other than that, as far as the deals, again, I only have 2 recommendations from that: is Death Promise and Censor. And I'm leaning more towards Death Promise because Censor, I feel like that divides the room because it has a lot of potential, but not much of a payoff. But again, based on the prices nowadays, man, I mean, it's as good as you're going to get it for $17 or whatever it is. So yeah, those are kind of my recommendations and overall thoughts for the day.
Yeah, it's a bummer. It's a bummer, but we'll be back tomorrow for day 4. Yeah. Aaron, thanks for joining in the chat. I know you're going live, but if you'd like to hop in tomorrow, let me know. You're more than welcome to do that. We'd be honored to have you. Final thoughts for me. We're No Angels. I'd like to rewatch it, but I'm not in a rush to get it. However, as Bumpy puts it, if they released We're No Beaks, then I would absolutely buy the shit out of that.
Yeah. Y'all ready for this?